A statue of President Ronald Reagan, the 40th President of the United States, here standing tall at the grounds of his boyhood home here in Dixon, Illinois. Ronald Reagan's hometown. He grew up here, graduated from high school here, would later go on to college, and after that on to broadcasting, sports broadcasting in Des Moines, Iowa for WHO, and then on to Hollywood, where he became a famous actor before getting into politics. I just missed the museum. It closed at 5 o'clock. I'm heading west right now to Cedar Rapids tonight, and then tomorrow back westward to Okoboji, Iowa for 4th of July to spend time with my family. But wanted to stop by here on the way, see if I could make the museum hours. Didn't do it today, so I'll have to come back maybe on the road trip back on Sunday and see if I can get a tour here of the Reagan Museum. Or the Reagan home, I should say. He moved here at the age of 9 in 1920. The state of Illinois and the National Park Service, United States Department of Interior, announced the listing of Lowell Park in the National Register of Historic Places. Springfield, Illinois, August 8, 2006. And it looks like this marker was dedicated about a year later, April 17, 2007, 100th anniversary of Lowell Park. Very peaceful forest just east of Dixon, Illinois. Looks like they've got some Frisbee golf here as well. I was gonna say nothing says presidential history like a bald eagle statue, but I turned around and it's an owl. Totally an owl. Welcome guys to the Get Me Out of Here vlog, the vlog that gets you out of your house, gets you out of your office, and takes you somewhere exciting, and if anything, hopefully educational. I am here, and there are mosquitoes everywhere. I am here in Dixon, Illinois at Lowell Park, located just east of Dixon, and Ronald Reagan, the 40th President of the United States, was a lifeguard. Here at Lowell Park, there are mosquitoes, again, everywhere. But he was a lifeguard here starting in 1927 for 6 years, here on the Rock River. Now there's not much of a beach, it looks like, anymore. I don't know if this is the exact spot where people would be swimming, and then Ronald Reagan would maybe be perched up on a high chair there overlooking the Rock River, making sure people aren't sinking under the waters and under the current. I can't say myself that I have ever swam in a river. I grew up in a lakes area in Iowa, so I'm used to lake swimming and beaches, but rivers not so much. But it's hard to imagine that right here, almost 100 years ago, Ronald Reagan was a lifeguard, and his claim was that he had saved 77 lives. 77 people's lives he saved right here on the shores of the Rock River. I'm actually on my way home for the 4th of July tomorrow to Okoboji, Iowa. Spirit Lake, Iowa. It's a big lakes area, a big lakes region in Okoboji. And if you've ever heard of the term 6 degrees of separation, there's something here that connects to me personally, my family. And again, these mosquitoes are absolutely nuts right here. But there is a close personal connection to this park in my home in Okoboji. I grew up in a house that was built in the late 1890s in Spirit Lake, Iowa. We moved in 1996, and my parents still live in that house today. But we knew some of the previous owners of that house, and there was a woman of the name Mary Cornell who lived in that house in the 1950s and I believe into the 1960s that shared a story with us. She grew up here in Dixon, Illinois, and swam in this very river as a kid in the 1930s. She was one of the 77 people saved by Ronald Reagan. She nearly drowned here in the river. Ronald Reagan, who was a lifeguard at the time, jumped into the waters and pulled her out into safety. It's an incredible story and something that she remembers her entire life. Ronald Reagan saved her life here in Lowell Park. She was one of the 77 that he saved. And I remember interviewing her in high school. I took a speech comp class, and we had to interview somebody in the community in Spirit Lake, Okoboji. And I chose her, who she had to have been in her mid to late 80s at the time, as just somebody, you know, to interview. And she shared that story with me. I wrote an article, and it's something I'll always remember. And I've always wanted to check this out since we have that connection. We both lived and grew up in the same house in Spirit Lake, Iowa. And she had this amazing story that she was actually saved by President Ronald Reagan when he was a lifeguard here on this river. So that's my personal story. What makes it even more kind of personal and special this time of year and coming here right now is Mary Cornell actually just passed away earlier this year. She lived a great life. I believe she was into her mid-90s. But I thought it was kind of just the right time. I drive through Dixon on my way back to Iowa. It's just off Interstate 88. Tomorrow's 4th of July. It's a president's hometown. I thought it would be a perfect time to visit this, kind of walk in her footsteps. I'm not going to jump in the river. There's nobody here that would save me. But just to walk in her footsteps and just take that in, I think it's exciting. So that's my story today. I wanted to stop and pay tribute to a little bit of history and just kind of take in the state park. Again, the mosquitoes here are terrible. I should have put on some spray, but it doesn't look like anybody swims here anymore. But just, I think it's really cool just to take in this park, look at the peaceful river, the birds, the forest, and then continue on my journey west. But thought I'd share that today. It's a story that I hold dearly and wanted to come out and venture and take it in. So guys, this is Lowell Park, the historic site where President Ronald Reagan served as a lifeguard. It's interesting meeting people that used to live in a house that maybe you have lived in the past. Growing up in a small town, we had a lot of tight connections, obviously, with people in the community, and it was easy to know people that used to live in your house if they were still around. It's fun to hear and share stories. So anyway, Mary Cornell, very cool to finally get to see a little bit of your history. Probably not your best memory. Nobody wants to drown, but pretty incredible that Ronald Reagan saved your life. It's not something a lot of people can say, but something she treasured all the way to the end. And something I will remember from the interview I had with her. And here we are. So guys, this is Lowell Park here, east of Dixon, Illinois. It's a state forest, and come check it out. It's just off Interstate 88, and Ronald Reagan also has a boyhood home here in the town. It was closed today, closes at 5 p.m. I didn't get a chance to see it. I'm gonna try to hit that up, possibly on the way back on Sunday, or I'll make a trip out later at a later time this summer. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. They got a slide. I'm gonna hit this up. Oh my God, they have a metal slide that looks like it's been here for like 40 years. Kids these days and their plastic. You guys have no idea what it felt like to sit on a hot metal slide when it's baking in the 100-degree, 90-degree sun. You have no idea. My childhood, a lot of scars. I'll leave it at that. A lot of scars. But anyway, I'm gonna hit this up. It's not too hot out today. I had my tetanus shot. Let's do this. Not as epic. It's better to go down on your butt. What the heck is this? Oh my God, this looks old. A diving top anchored to the river bottom during the glory days of swimming at Lowell Park, where Ronald Reagan was a lifeguard for 7 summers. Much fun was had by all as swimmers teetered, spun, and jumped into the cool water. That's awesome. Wow. I don't know if I'm allowed to climb on this, but top anchored to the river bottom? Wow, that's a relic. I wish we had these in Spirit Lake. I wish we had these in every pool. And God, I hate these mosquitoes. Bring bug spray if you're coming here. I might just jump in the river. There's too much going on. But guys, Lowell Park, I'm heading west. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone. More videos are on the way. Now it's time for me to get out of here. I'll see you on the next one.